achieve in the next 90 days, 6 months, 1 year. Form them, like we talk about all the time. So when they give you an objection of, oh, well, that's just too expensive for me. Well, hold on, Sally Sue. Didn't you just tell me that you wanted to lose 50 pounds because you're depressed? You're having a hard time taking care of your kids during the day, and you're lacking a lot of self-esteem? This is an investment in yourself. I can help you with this in my Epic Challenge group. So this is why you need to join me. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there like that. You say a little, they say a lot. Please don't send them a paragraph message about what this Epic Challenge is going to be about. They're not going to read it. You're going to see that scene, and then your heart's going to be like pumping a million minutes an hour because they're not messaging you back. Like, I know they saw it. They're not messaging me. Ask them one simple question. Don't give them a lot of details up front. Form them. Let them talk a lot. You talk a little bit. I don't know, but all I know is I use this on my children all the time. My 5-year-old. Mom, why can't I have a lollipop? I don't know, Noah, but all I know is it has too much sugar. Mom, Jonah won't leave me alone. I don't want him to play with me. I don't know, but all I know is he's your brother and you need to love him. This works on your customers beautifully. They ask me something, or they're just trying to be challenging, because there's those people that we know that like that. They just want to get under your skin. I don't know, but all I know is Beachbody's amazing. I don't know, but all I know is I lost 62 pounds in 90 days. I don't know, but all I know is I made 6 figures in 1 year with Beachbody. That's what I use, and it works. They stop asking me questions. Master on social media. The art of listening. Don't talk over them, even on the internet. Let them speak. Listen to them. Don't be multitasking. When you are trying to get challengers, don't just be thinking about that success health point in the back of your head for that challenge hat. Don't just be thinking that you're going to get a new coach out of this. Think about how you can really help them, how you can really change their life. I know for me personally, I wouldn't be up on the stage had I not lost weight with our program. Treat your customers like customers first, and then worry about making them good coaches.
I'm sorry, but I'm going to give you a round of applause.
Going, right? You're listening to them, they're talking to you, and you've got an inner challenge, right? And the first week they're like, woo! And the second week they're like, woo! And the third week they're like, no. By month 2, it's crickets. And it just faded. Has that ever happened to anybody? Is it just me? Is it just me? Oh, Lord. Okay, so I have this thing, and you can steal it from me all you want, but every week I have a meeting with myself. Sounds a little weird. It's called pain points. I look at my business and I figure out what is painful to me in my business. What is making me frustrated? What is making me annoyed? What is making me not love doing this? And I fix it. That's what I do. That's what has gotten me to where I am right now. And one of my pain points, as Jeremy Red will know, was my challenge groups. I was so frustrated because I felt like I was letting them down. I felt like the reason why there were crickets was because I was doing something wrong. I had to have been, right? And so I sat down, and instead of just going, oh, well, I'm just not good at this. Maybe challenge groups just aren't my thing. I figured it out. I learned how to engage, and I started with the most epic challenge. And so this really should be 4 steps. So I want you to write next to that first bullet point, step 1. Step 1, a simple point system. Now, do we have the simple low screens? Can I ask you a question? Is this simple? Thank you. I think it has great points, and I think a lot of my coaches use this. But who does challenge groups every single month? That's your goal. So do they overlap each other? Yeah. Do you want to track every time somebody goes with you? No. Ew. So when somebody asks me, Allie, what is the best point system? My answer is simple. The one that you'll actually track. That's it. Britt and I have to figure out how are we going to do this. And so we've created Wacky Wednesdays! Oh, you're sharing it now. I'm sharing it now. I have to save it, you know? Build them up. Building up the suspense. You can call it whatever you want. They're mini challenges. Write that down. Mini challenges within the bigger picture. Every week, we give them a mini challenge. It's that simple. Something that is not just tell me when you do work out, tell me when you drink a shaky, and make sure that Allie's happy, and that you're sitting in your pictures, and oh, how much did you weigh this week? And all of those stupid things, people, that's not me. Me is fun. And I have to figure out that's my brand. I am slightly spastic. And so my challenge groups need to be just as spaz-holistic. Is that a word? I just made it up. Boom. Alright, so we came up with Wacky Wednesdays. What that means is, and I'll give you one. I'll give you one, and then you get to be creative. We have a squat challenge. We make them drink half their body weight in water, and then tell them every time they pee, they gotta do 10 squats. And then when they take a picture of it, they get points! And the most creative wins. We've had people squatting in the center of Amway Arena. We've had people on top of the toilets inside of Target with the seat cover around their neck saying, I didn't know there was lobster bits in this. Oh yeah. We had someone on the side of the road squatting with a sign saying, we'll squat for points. Points equal raffle tickets equal prizes, and people will do anything for a freaking points. I'm serious. It is serious. So, you gotta come up with what it is that works for you. That for me is our golden ticket, and we just have so much fun. It's kind of like every night brainstorm. What is the stupidest things that we can make these people do? And it works. Because even if somebody's having a really bad week with their nutrition, because you know what happens, or maybe they missed a few of their workouts, they still are engaged in the group because it's more than just that. It's a culture. Okay? So step 2, we have to create a system. You are a business owner. You have to create a system. Think of T25. Think of Shanti. Before he put those workouts on DVD, what do you think he did? Did he test them out? Yeah. He had his test group. She's like, right here. He had to figure out what order do the exercises go in the video. Ooh, maybe I should take this move out. Maybe I should move this, put this move in front of this move. Maybe this move should go on this DVD instead of this one. He had test groups to help him figure it out. You should be doing the same in your challenge groups. But I have a disclaimer. This took me 3 months to do. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. But what I've done is I created a system that works like clockwork every time. I have every post from my prep week through the 12 weeks of a challenge group planned in an Excel document. I have folders for every week. Every picture is planned. And what I did is I tested it. I did 1 month at a time. I figured out where is it that most people are hitting those plateaus. And I made sure that week we talked about what to do when you hit a plateau. Where was I going to put the week about water, drinking water? Where was I going to put the week about having more sleep and that be their goal? Okay? I played around with it and created a system that regardless of if I did a turbo fire challenge, a body combat challenge, even an 8-week insanity challenge, I use the same template every time. Recycle and reuse. And it has saved us hours and hours of frustration and allowed us to become so productive. And our challenges work like clockwork. Can I get an amen? Yeah. You have to invest time into it though. Okay, step 3. And I will give this one to Tara because don't just run any fitness challenge. Run one that people want to be in. You've got it. When you talk about the you brand, your challenges have to be the exact same. It can't be a cookie cutter mold. It has to be you. The reason why some of your challenge groups aren't being successful is because you haven't put you into the event. And the people aren't connecting with that. You're trying to be somebody else, and you're going to become more successful when you become you. The step 4 was also make weekly winners, which we do through our Wacky Wednesdays. And also shout outs. Who's ever had somebody text them and say, oh my gosh, I just fit into a size of jeans that I never thought that I could ever fit in. Where's my leg? Oh my god, this is so good. Screenshot. And I put it on our challenge page. We say, everybody, give Heather a round of applause for what she just did. Those shout outs are what makes them come back because they're waiting for you to give them a feedback.
And as I talked about this whole workshop, we do things differently. It doesn't mean that they're wrong or right, we just do things differently. So in my challenge groups, I actually turn off the ability for them to post on the wall after the first week. Only I can post on the wall, and then their daily assignment has to be done within my comments. And that's mainly because I'm pretty sure I have ADD. So it helps me keep track who's actually like in my challenge group and participating. But I also make my own people, I create a final for them, and I make them track their own points. And if they don't have their points within the first 7 days, they don't get to go back and like make up their points, they just don't get them. And so they don't get that big total at the end, they might not win one of the prizes. But they know that. I set my expectations in the very beginning that this is what you need to track, and I pair them with a partner via base of Danny Johnson gems. So I have one of their first couple assignments is figure out what gem you want. Read these descriptions and tell me which gem you think is best you. So I'm going to put 2 rubies together, maybe a ruby and a sapphire, and then an emerald and a pearl together. And they're a team, and they've got their files together, and they update it together. So we do it completely differently. Allie lets her people post all over the walls, squatting all over the world. I don't. Mine's differently, but they work with the both of us. But I know as a new coach, when I first started, I remember I was told, run a challenge group, get all these people in it, and then just teach them. And I was like, so for me, 5-day groups are what I teach all of my brand new coaches, and I actually still run them myself because I think that they're the most valuable for the people who are afraid of that investment. How many of you have ever heard the objection, Shakeology seems nice, but for $129.96, I just don't think I can try it. Anybody? You guys get that? Price objection. So what I do is I say, you know what, don't worry. I know we have a 30-day money-back guarantee, but I know not everyone wants to pay that up front. So here's what I can do for you. I have my next upcoming 5-day challenge group. I'm going to send you 5 packets of Shakeology. In the group, you're going to get a meal plan. The meal plan that I have preset in this challenge group is the 5-day Fuel Your Fire from the Inferno plan, or Turbo Fire. You can find that on Google if you don't have the program, or you can go buy it. I use that. I plug all my people into this clean eating thing, so in case someone says, are you a nutritionist to be doing this? No, I'm not. But whoever created a Beachbody, they are. Use it. I also track them in there. How are you guys doing? They have a little point system for 5 days. If you can't track a challenge for 5 days, you will never make it in one of my big ones. So this is kind of my make or break who's going to make it. They're drinking Shakeology every day. However, it's not mandatory to be in my 5-day test group to buy Shakeology. You can be in for free. You just have to convince me in the beginning that you are going to eat these clean eating recipes that I'm posting in here, and you're going to be drinking nothing but water. Everyone posts the results at the end. Who do you think is the best result in that group? Shakeology people, and everybody else sees it. The last group I had a little over 50 people in it. I had about 25 to 30 people purchase the 5 packets from me individually. It was a lot of mailing, especially from Japan. The post office has no idea what I do. It's insane. But they saw the best results, and when they posted about it, everybody else was like, well, why didn't I see that kind of result? Well, because you didn't drink Shakeology, so let's get on it. But I got a lot of people on HT. I had like 15 people within a week sign up on HT because they felt the effects of 5 days. I know we talk about it all the time, and people just think we're in this like crazy cult, or they're like, what are you talking about? Can it really be that amazing to drink a shake every day? It is. And when you try it for 5 days, you're going to feel that. So run a test group. We just came out with vanilla Shakeology. Now is a prime opportunity to run a 5-day test group for people to try vanilla Shakeology for 5 days. Even if they're one of your customers already and they're on chocolate HD, get them in your 5-day test group. Buy the Shakeology before you leave here and mail out the 5 packets to them. Reuse and recycle, the same group. Don't keep creating a new group and having to keep uploading the meal plans in there. Just keep it in the files. When you're done, let the people stay in there for continuous motivation.
Establish expectations from the start. And if you ask me where I got this picture from, I actually give all of my people these 10 challenge commitments, and I did not make them up. I am not that cool. I Googled it. I don't know who made them. Somebody made them. And one of my challengers actually made this picture for a group. I set the expectations, regardless if it's a 5-day or a 90-day challenge. My people know what to expect, and I actually spend 10 days each day going over every single one of these commitments. I take the time to tell them how to follow the plan. And some people work out in the gym at the same time, so you've got to help them hold their schedule. Okay? I walk them through every single one of these, and I tell them, there is only one way that you can get kicked out. It's if you don't send in your 30, 60, and 90-day measurements. I don't tell them that if you don't work out for, it's a 3-strike rule, if you don't do your workouts, you're out. Do that because I can't track that nonsense. Ain't nobody got time for that? We'll start that nonsense, okay. But I can't track that. But I can track if they send me an email with their updated weight measurements, etc. But but this is the deal. It has to be set in stone. Do you have to use the 30, 60, and 90-day picture rule? No. Create your own requirements, but I tell you, I kick them out. You can ask any of my coaches. I allow them to come into my group the next time when they're ready. But what that does is it makes you worth something. You're worth it. They know that you aren't playing around and that they're only going to come to you when they're ready. And then when they do come to you, you have someone like my girl Heather who is like in it to win it, and she's down 50 pounds since January because she knew I wasn't playing around. Yes, she was down, she was in it. So I was like, where did the picture go? It disappeared. Did I hit it all? But you guys have to set your expectations yourself for your group, and you have to know that everything that we've taught you needs to be molded to fit who you are. Okay? Whether it be the prizes that you give out, the mini challenges that you do, the way that you do your videos and attract people to your pages.
So we're going to give you guys a little assignment before you leave. We want you guys to think of 3 things. Don't be leaving. I see you walking out that back door. 3 assignments, 2 of them of goals that you're going to work on via social media. One of my goals forever ago was to have 100 likes for every post. Now, people that go to my page may think that I get 100 likes for every post. I don't. I go back every week, and every post that didn't get 100 likes, I had it for my timeline. Why do I do that? Perception. People come to my page, and they just see 100 likes, 100 likes, 100 likes, 100 likes. Wow, she must really have something important to talk about. Not always. Sometimes I get 15 likes, sometimes I get 20. But it's a consistent look that my page has got higher likes. So when I first thought about doing this, I started at 10 likes because, like I said, I had 300 friends with Allie, and I wasn't getting on average 10 likes. But then once I consistently started getting 10 likes, I bumped it up to 20. I bumped it up to 30. And now, my goal that I'm sharing with Allie is I want to be at 200 likes for every post consistently by the end of the year. I also want 15,000 followers on my Facebook page. And the reason, with confidence, that I'm going to tell people that they should follow me is because I believe that I am an inspirational military spouse. I know that I can help them with health and fitness, and I know that I can add value to their life. So your assignment is to look to your neighbor, left or right of you, on the floor, hopefully not sleeping, and tell them your 3 things that you're going to do via social media. 2 of them be goals, and the reason why right now they should follow you on Facebook or Instagram. You got a minute. Go. Got it.
2 goals and why they should follow you.
10 likes as you go to start off. She said why should they, what's your goal, why, so, yeah, you know what, I think I'm going to take down a picture of my granddaughter and put up what she just said. Tell me, why should you follow? Yeah.
So what I'll do is I'll post a picture of it on Instagram and hashtag it a little bit, and now I have to work on hashtag on Facebook. I don't have to sing it.
All right, stop.
Oh yeah, follow us.
We planned it. This group was good. Yesterday we said stop, and we just kept going. And
I had to scream.
shut up.
I had to scream, shut up!
You guys are good though.
Okay, so, what we want to know from you, who's going to leave here working on becoming a better you brand? Put your hands in the air. We are so very proud of you. I know, there's been so much information slammed inside your head. Anybody's head's going to explode right now. It's like, okay, I don't know how to process this. I'm going to give you my last tip. Listen. It's the biggest tip. Should we get a clap? 1, 2, 3, look at me. I'm such a bad school teacher. Okay, biggest tip, and this goes for all our summit. I have 3 notebooks from the last 3 summits that I took notes that I never converted to a Word document. And I'm so mad at myself that I didn't put in my calendar to take 10 minutes a day to translate the gibberish. I can't You know, now I'm smart, I put it in my computer right away. But if I see a lot of you guys writing notes, even your notes on your iPads and everything, organize it. Leave here and set that as one of your goals so that you don't end up like myself. And I swear they stare at me because I look at them on my desk saying one day, but even an assistant